Tanishq Diamonds, along with the De Beers Group, has curated this spectacular evening especially for you. Today on display are rare, never-before-seen pieces from various collections. At the heart of this evening is a breathtaking showcase. One story, 3 chapters, countless precious diamonds, and our muses. In each chapter, we will take you through a different era of sparkle. Now, we walk with her through the shimmer of memory, the clarity of now, and the brilliance yet to come. This is her story, carved in light, written in diamonds, forged by fire. Shall we watch a miracle unfold? Shall we watch her shape a remarkable story, all her own? This is where she shines and thrives. She's a sparkle, a miracle, cut from light. With eyes that surged beyond tradition's gleam, she followed fire, ready to make realities from unique dreams. Natural diamonds, raw, rare, and right, born of the earth, yet reaching for the skies with might. Of every 100, 5 alone survive, and among them, Tanishq diamonds strive. Rarities like her, carved from light and fire, each stone a promise, fierce, they quietly thrive. Upon her crown their fire was set alive. A tribute cast in brilliance, bold and true, Tanishq walked with her, not ahead, not behind, step by step, watched her vision grew. She rose unbound through spark, through flame, through stone, a force of fire and light. She stood alone. A journey carved in strength, in grace, in tone. Not given, not borrowed. She made it on her own. Once India's treasure, now her triumph reborn. Each stone is a witness to how far she has soared. She didn't wait for light. She wore her own. Like rivers cut through stone, she carved her tone. From Queen of Hearts to Mystique Tales tide, her steps grew bolder, guided by waves inside. She chooses only the best, like Celeste cut, each facet sharp, refined. With radiance and rhythm, she found a brilliance rare as her own mind. In soulmate pair, one stone became two rings, a bond eternal shaped for kindred beings. She just doesn't adorn, she redraws every line. Her vision cast in form, bold by design. Tanishq evolved in steps with all she knew, her every choice bold, her every truth new. She wasn't shaped, she shaped the very spark. Now in her light, the world sees clear and stark. She is the wave, the ripple. She is the mark. a future only she can see. A force of thought, of style, of energy. Her world is wide, her steps are bold and new. Each natural diamond marks her point of view. Studded red carpet turns to runways far and wide. Unstoppable, her spirit found its voice. A storm of self composed by fearless choice. Ethereal wonders, no two ever the same, as rare as her fire, as unique as her name. Tanishq expands with every height she claims, in global halls and forged forward acclaim. The future turns where she begins to rise above the best. And Tanishq shines along her brilliant spark as she is a cut above the rest. times, not watch them pass. A force of fire, of strength and class. With every stone, a truth, a spark, a legacy lit in the deepest dark. Tanishq stood with her side by side, in grace and change, in rising pride. She's rare as diamonds, bold, refined. Her new era, brilliantly defined. This spark, I would like to call upon stage a lovely lady who follows and leads by fire. Could I please have my beloved Miss Fatima Shaikh on stage? I would also like to call upon our two leaders, Mr. Ajoy Chawla, CEO, Jewelry Division at the Titan Company Limited, and Mr. Amit Pratihari, Managing Director of the De Beers Group India. And it's time for me to join you guys on a little photo op. Thank you, all of you. What a radiant journey this has been. Thank you for joining us for this scintillating afternoon. Witnessing from fire to light, a sparkle so bright. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. I had a lovely time. I hope